Do you remember when American Idol used to be a lot of fun?
She bangs, oh baby, when she moves, she moves.
Hey guys, welcome to another video. Welcome to a video of me just rambling and ranting about modern television and stuff. And me being an old geezer, I guess, even though I'm not that old, but just complaining about, they don't make it like they used to and stuff. Oh, grandma, she ain't like she used to be.
Your old gray mare, she ain't what she used to be, ain't what she used to be, ain't what she used.
Yeah, I grew up with American Idol. I think a lot of people grew up with it. I think a lot of people still watch it. It's still very popular and people still tune into it and love watching the inspirational stories and the judges and all that stuff and the beautiful singing and la di da 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 da. I was a cynic. I watched for the crazy bad shit.
Eyes look up to the skies and say, I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy, 'cause it's easy come, easy go, little.
Yeah, I know. A lot of the people who love American Idol now, they're gonna be like, well, you just wanted to watch people sing poorly and be made fun of. You're the reason. You're the problem. You're so toxic. American Idol back then was such a toxic reality show. Now it's all about inspiration and the positivity of music and blah, blah, blah. Oh, God. Okay. I'm just going to address that right now, and then I'm going to talk about what I have an issue with American Idol now and what happened to it, or what really happened to American Idol. American Idol has always been inspirational, and like the goofy singing and the bad auditions was only like the first few episodes. And when the three original judges, Randy Jackson, Paul Abdul, and Simon Cowell, would just, find the good singers and stuff, but we had to suffer through all the bad stuff and everything. But I liked that because the judges were real with them. Simon may have been really mean. I will say he was a little too mean sometimes. I will fully admit that. Even though his zingers are pretty fucking hilarious sometimes. But what I liked about them is they gave them real criticism and opened their eyes, because there were some people who were legit bad singers, like legit awful singers, and they thought they were like amazing, incredible, they're going to be stars. And you need to bring people to reality, because call me crazy, I believe in giving someone real criticism and, being honest. Like, yes, I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but I want people to be honest. I want people to be honest with me. If I was a truly awful singer, but I believed I was an incredible singer, I'd want people to tell me that I was a bad singer. Because I think it is more harmful and cruel to fake liking someone's voice than to actually just criticize and say you don't like their voice. I think it's more cruel to be fake with someone. If you think someone is not a good singer, I would be honest. And if they actually want honesty, they don't want to some people don't want honesty. They want everyone just to be nice, be positive. Positivity is a great thing. But there is a thing that being too positive and too honest can be very harmful to people. People need to hear some criticism, and they need a little harshness to open their eyes and bring them into the real world and stuff. And American Idol did that in the first, at least 6 or 7 seasons and stuff. And that's why I really enjoyed it. And it was hilarious as shit. But it was iconic. And it gave us such amazing stars like Kelly Clarkson and Clay Aiken and Ruben, Chris Daughtry, Kelly Pickler, Carrie Underwood. It gave us a lot of stars and great iconic moments. And it was just so great watching the show. Not in just the first few weeks with the bad auditions, but even as the good singers were competing with each other. I actually used to try to call in and vote for my favorite singers. It was great watching. It was just so much fun watching the show. And And when Simon was a dick, when he hears good singers, he gives them legit praise because it was like an honor to get praise from Simon Cowell because he was so harsh and a jackass to people. But when he genuinely liked people, he genuinely liked them. And the back and forth of the three judges is what really makes the first 7-8 seasons of American Idol so great. Randy, Paula, and Simon work beautifully off each other. Simon is just the dry British guy who just doesn't give a shit who he offends, and he's just gonna be honest. And Randy is definitely much nicer than Simon, but he can be harsh too, and he legit laughs his ass off when he hears someone who's an awful singer. He just fucking dies laughing, and some people might think that's mean, but he's just being honest. Paula is definitely the nicest out of the three, but she still gave legit real criticism to singers. Even though she didn't like someone's voice, she still told them to, you're not gonna have a career in the music industry, but, follow another dream and stuff. When Simon was just like, no, you suck ass. They all worked beautifully off each other. Each of them were unique in their own way. But as the show kept going, all the judges ended up being the same. They were all just really nice and didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. And, I think this all started when Fox didn't run it, because when American Idol came out in 2002, it was a smash success. It was huge. It was one of the biggest reality shows ever out there. I think it was getting better ratings than Survivor and stuff. And yeah, I was a fan for instantly in season 1. I was a big fan of it. And I think when ABC got it in 2018, I think that's when it started getting a little more passive and stuff. We started getting judges like Steven Tyler, Jennifer Lopez, and I think they were there actually with the Fox, but the modern judges have been the same for years now, and that's Lionel Richie, Luke Bryan, and Katy Perry. The three of them, I will give them this, they're nice people, they have talent, and I don't have anything against them personally. But my God, are they the most phoniest people? Is everything they say is just so mushy and sappy and just it's they're the same. There's nothing that separates the three of them. They all say the same crap over and over again. It just nothing makes them distinct as judges. They all agree with each other. There's no disagreements. Simon, Randy, and Paula always disagreed. There would be singers that, maybe Simon didn't like, but Paula liked, and maybe Randy was okay, indifferent about, there was disagreements, and it made for interesting television, and it made the judges feel more human, but everyone in the new American Idol, they just agree with each other, and it's so boring to watch. And again, I barely remember any of the winners of the later seasons. The old school seasons had such iconic winners, and just maybe it's because the judges were just better at their job, but I don't know. I just the old school American Idol is it was just so great to watch. It was so entertaining and yeah, I gotta get back to those bad auditions, man. Man, they were funny.
Let my people go. Go down, Moses, down Egypt lane, and say, Pharaoh, Pharaoh, let my people go.
And I'm just gonna say now, I don't want to be just a straight dick. These people who auditioned knew what they were getting themselves into. They were going on a reality show to be judged. So don't overly victimize all these people, because they knew what they were doing. They knew they were going to be judged. So if you don't want someone to criticize you, maybe not go on national television to be judged. So I'm just saying. And there were some people who were so rude to the judges. They were insanely rude. And honestly, it made for entertainment television as well. I thought some of these contestants were murder Simon. It was enjoyable to watch. That makes good TV, makes entertainment TV. But we live in a world, I guess a snowflake world, where everyone has to be has to be nice It has to be positive. And if you're not, you're toxic, you're rude, you're cruel, and you're what's wrong with society, and it's weird. Like, criticism is rude now, and just being honest is rude. It's such an odd world, and all reality shows have become this now. Like, look at Survivor and Big Brother, 2 shows I used to love. Like, I loved those shows, and they've all become like this like kumbaya shit. I'm like, oh my god, it's so boring watching this. American Idol is what I like to call inspiration porn. Like, every contestant has like a sad backstory. And I get it. People have sad stories. They have sad background. Their backgrounds, something bad happened to them. Like, and I get it. And it is inspirational when like they sing and they're very good, and they also have this like really bad, horrible backstory. But like almost every contestant has like a bad backstory. It's like so manipulative. It's so manipulative. It's just like, oh, what are you doing? Like, everything has to be sappy and emotional. Everyone's like crying and like, oh my god, it's like enough already. Like, enough. Like, come on now. Like there's no one can be like funny or enjoyable or like, hey, you're a really terrible singer. Like, everything has to be inspirational. But American Idol was always inspirational. But, like, it had everything. There was angry contestants, happy contestants, bad, good. Just, there was different variety of contestants on American Idol. Now it's just all poetic and inspiring people. And I'm like, it makes it so boring to watch. It's just like you're rolling your eyes, like, every second. Oh, my God. Like, some of these contestants and some of the reactions of these judges, it's, like, kind of cringy.
In the shallow, la la low. In the far from the shallow now. I love you.
I'm sorry. What is happening here? Like, this is television now. Like, this is what's happened to American Idol. For one thing, it got crappy after the original judges left, and it just turned into this like overly sappy show, and that's I think what lost a lot of fans and stuff. But like, there's still a big fan base for it. I'm not calling this like the fall of American Idol, because it hasn't. I think it has fallen a bit, but people still are watching and tuning in and stuff. But it's just changed so much, and when I watch it now, I'm just like, man, what happened to this show? It used to be so good. It used to be so enjoyable to watch, and now it's like insufferable to sit through. And what happened is they don't have good judges. They don't have good judges anymore. The original 3 judges were great, and they made that show so good. And also, they had better contestants. Like, they made such legendary singers and stuff. And they showed the bad stuff, and they showed the ugly stuff, and they showed the crazy stuff. Now they're too chicken shit to show that stuff. They don't want to show it. And they'll occasionally show it, but they don't want to show it. And I don't know why. It's ridiculous. That's why we're here. That's why we're watching. We want to see all the crazy chaos before they get to Hollywood and stuff. And like, it's all become so fake, and it's so manipulative and cringy. And it's so sappy now. And like, yeah, there was sappiness before, but it's like 90% sappy bullshit. And it's just ridiculous. And I'm like, what is this crap? And I know everyone's like, well, don't watch it. I'm like, well, I don't watch it. I don't watch it anymore. I miss what television used to be. Like, reality shows were so fun. I get, there was a lot of fucked up, crazy reality shows. Like, really crazy shows that probably never should have been made. But man, American Idol was great. American Idol had some mean moments, but there were some truly great inspirational moments, and probably some of the funniest moments on reality television history. Some hilarious moments and iconic moments. A lot of moments we have memes for. Like, what are we memeing now in American Idol? Katy Perry's weird facial expressions? Like, or Lionel pointing at everyone and giving some speech? Like, every 5 minutes, Lionel Richie's standing up and giving some speech and stuff. I'm like, what are you doing? It's like he's teaching a class or something. And then we got Luke Bryan, too chicken shit to hurt anyone's feelings. Every time he rejects someone, he's like, it's a no, but it's a positive no. I'm like, my God, dude. Get some balls, man. Just tell them no. Like, what is happening? Like, kumbaya. Like, oh my God. Sorry, that was my little rant on American Idol. Like, man, like, come on. I know Simon isn't the same now because he does America's Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent, and he's not as mean now because I know he went through like a spine thing and then like it kind of opened his eyes, made him a better person and stuff. So even the Simon Cowell is not Simon Cowell anymore, which is fine. That's like, if he wants to be more positive, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not against positivity. I'm all for it, but I'm also for entertaining television. I'm also for constructive criticism, and I'm also for just good television, entertaining television, and not for overly manipulative television shows, which is what American Idol is, and that's what happened to it. It got overly sappy, overly silly, it cut out all the good stuff, and it really doesn't have good judges, and it just ruined the whole show, and that's why it's not very good. But hey, I know a lot of people disagree with me, so let me know in the comments below. Do you agree or disagree? Do you think American Idol is still great? Or do you think it stopped being great after the 3 judges left? Let me know in the comments below. Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.